So we're on the way right now to an elementary school down in Wallace. We're doing solar control film. They're also getting graphics. We've got another one, which is the high school, where they're installing security film. We're doing an 8mm Dow Corning 995 with Pentagon protection systems as well. One thing that I really like about this community out here, it's a historic town that actually rallied together, make it a historic town before it got demolished. So they were putting in the 90 and they were gonna go through, holy dog. I just had a massive bus go by me. They were gonna literally go through the town and the town was not having it. So they essentially made it a historic town in Idaho, and it's got some deep history in the mining industry. Anyway, we're on the way there. Chance is following us in his Sprinter van. We're gonna knock it out. Peace. What's up, guys? So we're gonna start up on this school. We've got not a ton of panels, a lot of them are sliders. And this little section over here, we're gonna end up doing some graphics. Got Chance over here, he's cutting up the film. We're getting this installed. What they did do at this school is all of the glass is laminated. So it does have the security aspect already to it, so we're not doing any sort of security film installation. This dual reflective window film, however, is gonna allow them to have a ton of privacy, reduce the heat significantly, because the glass obviously doesn't have a coating, it being laminated. It's not so obvious actually, it just doesn't have a coating. So they wanna reduce the amount of heat, and they want to add privacy. So anybody from the outside trying to look in can't. It is going to also reduce the glare significantly. I'll have you take a look at the film. So the film itself, as you can see, one side is pretty reflective, and on the other side, it's really neutral. So the neutral side faces you. So when it's installed this way. So the neutral side faces you so that the lights overhead aren't going to refract off the silver side. So great film, works really well, reduces a ton of heat. So this has got a 63% heat rejection. So we are going to wrap up the entirety of the school. There's, I think, over 80 panels here that are primarily sliders. We also have, on the exterior side, we're doing graphics. It is a school, they want to keep up their school pride. So we're going to do some exterior graphics that has a black interior adhesive, so it allows them to be able to see out very clearly. I'm going to let Chance do his thing. I'm going to run out to the truck and we'll see you guys soon. Man, it is hot. So the outside, as you can see, these panels right here, these panels are clear. This is laminated glass. You hear that thumping sound? Standard glass doesn't do that. So that actually, so laminated glass, the interesting thing about laminated glass is that sound resonance is really good. Meaning like all this highway traffic that comes through here and builds up a lot of noise, they're not really gonna hear it on the inside. That's one great thing about laminated glass. With laminated glass, you also get a significant amount of security as well. Now, you don't get a whole lot of heat control or privacy. So if you take a look at this window, it's very clear, we can see directly inside. We've applied the film to these windows. So like I said, highly reflective. So this film is gonna reject a ton of heat. It's also gonna give them that added privacy. So if somebody's walking around trying to peek inside, they can't see in, and for the school, it's absolutely ideal. So we got these panels done. We are gonna continue around the perimeter of the school, going all the way around. So these panels are done and these ones are done. They opted not to do the upper transoms, which is okay, because this is your primary focus. If anybody's walking up, they're not bringing a ladder. So that's it. We're gonna wrap this job up. We're gonna take off, grab some security film so we can move on to the next job site. So we're here in Wallace, Idaho, where we're doing security film on the windows. So the school that we just did had all laminated glass. It's in the same community. Here, we're installing a silver 8mm with a pentagon attachment system and wet glazing on the windows that can actually have wet glazing, which is aluminum frames that are about 2 inches wide. Chance has already gotten everything done in terms of the installation, aside from maybe just a few doors. We're gonna get those knocked out today. Today, I'm also gonna show you how to install the wet glazing attachment system, and I'm gonna start off in the workshop. So follow me, I'll show you how that goes.
All right, so first let's talk about what you need. First, you're gonna need a caulking gun. I've got an M18, it's lightweight, and it works really well for me. Next, you're gonna need some caulking tips. Identify what size you need for your job. Then you're gonna need some Dow Corning 995. This is the structural attachment system that we use. You're gonna need some paper towels. And you're gonna need some isopropyl alcohol. And then last but not least, a hard card. Any edge of work, whether it's flat or angled, etc. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually gonna prep the glass for installation. So I'm wiping it down with that isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel. And I'm making sure to focus both on the glass as well as the frame. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tips of the Dow Corning 995. These are 20-ounce sausages.
Is it?
And then I'm gonna push out the air, because what happens is it'll bubble up and it'll push out inconsistently. So I like to get all that air out, and it goes through probably, I don't know, an ounce of material. All right, so now what you're gonna see me do is I'm gonna go ahead through this entire installation, and I'm essentially doing some of the B-roll footage here where I'm walking Chance through this process. He hasn't done this before, where it's just an installation without having to tape it. I've done, I'd say, I don't know, tens of miles of linear caulking, but here, I'm actually just walking him through the process. And throughout this video, I'm just showing you guys essentially how to install it. It is a messy process. It is something you're gonna have to do a few times in order to get comfortable with it. But this whole install process, you're gonna do things like that, where I just touched the adjacent frame. That's okay. That's the reason for the alcohol and the hard card. You can address these. Again, it is a messy process. It's not a perfect finish, but it's one of those things that is it's good to get really good at, and proper planning and preparation is super important when applying Dow Corning 995. And don't be intimidated by it, because over time you'll definitely get the hang of it. Thanks for hanging on to this video. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, questions, or want to see any added videos on Dow Corning 995, hit us up down in the comments. And if you'd like to continue to support this channel, a quick subscription's always helpful. So subscribe to the channel down below, give us your comments, and let us know if you'd like to see more content like this. We appreciate all of you guys following. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next video. See ya.